heats with 3 successive meeting records. Malenga again is away. Levell though, slow start, but now the big, tall, strong Jamaicans into his running, and he comes.
Jamaica is no stranger to sprinting greatness. For years, the island ruled the track, dominating international headlines with legends like Usain Bolt, Asafa Powell, and Johan Blake. But in the post-Bolt era, the throne has remained unclaimed. Until now. A new storm is brewing, and it's not just about who's fast. It's about who carries the spirit, the confidence, and the dominance to become the next sprint king. Enter Kishane Thompson and Bryan Levell. 2 athletes, 2 different stories, and 1 nation divided. Thompson, quiet and clinical, blasted to a stunning 9.75 seconds to win the 2025 Jamaican National Championships, instantly putting the world on notice. And just days earlier, Bryan Levell had shocked everyone with a 9.82-second stunner in Austria, becoming the 2nd fastest man of the year. But here's where it gets complicated. Despite Levell's time, he failed to qualify at the Jamaican trials. Now fans are locked in debate. Who's really Jamaica's fastest man? The technician who dominated trials, or the raw talent who proved he's world-class overseas? This isn't just about track times, it's about timing, pressure, politics, and legacy. And the answer may not be as obvious as you think. At just 23 years old, Kishane Thompson announced himself to the world with a performance that will be talked about for decades. On June 27, 2025, during the Jamaican National Championships in Kingston, he clocked a jaw-dropping 9.75 seconds in the 100 meters. The world took notice, not only because it was the fastest time globally that year, but because it came with such effortless grace. It wasn't just fast, it was polished, smooth, and commanding. Trained under the watchful eye of MVP Track Club, the same program that produced Asafa Powell and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, Thompson represents a new kind of sprinter, engineered precision with the calm demeanor of a veteran. His victory wasn't a fluke. He had also run 9P80 in the semifinals. While other favorites like Oblique Seville and Akeem Blake were expected to take the crown, it was Thompson who delivered when it mattered. The run moved him into the top 10 fastest men of all time and solidified his status as Jamaica's brightest hope heading into the World Championships. And yet, for all his speed, Thompson barely speaks to the media. His silence adds mystery, his form speaks volumes, and his consistency is starting to look terrifying. Bryan Levell's journey to the spotlight has been anything but straightforward. Once hailed as a prodigy after winning the Jamaican National U20 title in both the 100-meter and 200-meter, his progress was slowed by injuries and inconsistency. But recently, he re-emerged with vengeance. At the Raiffeisen Austrian Open in Eisenstadt, Levell exploded out of the blocks and powered to a staggering 9.82-second finish, a time no one saw coming. It was the 2nd fastest time of the year globally, and his personal best by a wide margin. Track fans worldwide suddenly had a new name to remember. But while the run was electric, it came just days before Jamaica's national trials, where Levell would fall short, finishing 8th in the 100-meter final. The timing couldn't have been worse. His performance in Austria raised questions about how and why someone that fast couldn't replicate the effort at home. Still, Levell's raw potential is undeniable. He has the tools, the stride length, the turnover, the hunger. And in a country obsessed with sprint legends, many still believe Levell's 9.82 wasn't the peak, but the beginning. In the eyes of the Jamaican public, this isn't just a race, it's a national debate. Supporters of Thompson see him as the next Usain Bolt. He's composed, professional, and already delivering world-class performances under pressure. Meanwhile, Levell has won the hearts of fans who love an underdog. They see him as the comeback kid, someone who was written off but came back stronger. Social media is ablaze with opinions. TikTok breakdowns show side-by-side slow-mo replays of their techniques. Twitter is flooded with fan polls. Even former athletes have weighed in, some admiring Thompson's consistency, others applauding Levell's determination. But this divide isn't toxic. It's electric. It's a rivalry that Jamaican track fans haven't felt since Bolt and Blake squared off more than a decade ago. Every race, every interview, every training clip becomes evidence in this ongoing debate over who deserves the crown. As the Jamaican team prepares for the 2025 World Championships in Tokyo, the selection outcome tells a harsh truth. It doesn't matter how fast you run overseas. If you don't deliver at trials, you don't make the team. Kishane Thompson did what he needed to do, winning the 100-meter final with 9.75s and locking in his place on the team. Bryan Levell, on the other hand, despite running the second fastest time of the year just days earlier, placed 8th in the trials final and missed qualification. It's a brutal system, but one that Jamaica has always upheld. The philosophy is simple. Trials are everything. That means Levell, despite his incredible time, will be watching the championships from home, while Thompson headlines Jamaica's 100-meter squad. Some fans argue that exceptions should be made for elite performances, but the federation remains strict. The takeaway? In sprinting, timing is everything. And sometimes peaking at the wrong moment costs you everything. There's no trash talk between Thompson and Levell, no public call-outs. But that hasn't stopped the whispers. At recent meets, sources say the energy between their camps has been tense. Levell's cryptic social media posts, like "they doubt until they can't anymore," have sparked rumors of rivalries. Thompson hasn't said a word, but that silence? It speaks volumes. Whether it's mutual respect or strategic distance, there's clearly something brewing. Teammates are reportedly being asked to pick sides in private training groups. Coaches keep their comments vague. And fans? They're eating it up. It's not a feud yet, but the quiet competition is real. And the moment both men are in the same race again, it could all explode. No Jamaican sprinter can escape Usain Bolt's shadow. Every fast time draws comparisons. Every celebration is scrutinized. Both Thompson and Levell are now being labeled as the next Bolt, and that title comes with enormous pressure. History shows how that weight can crush careers. Johan Blake, once considered Bolt's heir, never reached that level again after 2012. Oblique Seville and others showed promise but struggled to handle the spotlight. Thompson and Levell now carry that burden, and so far, Thompson has handled it better. He's already delivering under championship pressure. Levell has shown flashes of brilliance, but inconsistency at trials raises questions. The real test won't be one fast time. It'll be sustaining excellence when the world expects nothing less. So who really deserves to be called Jamaica's #1 sprinter right now? The answer, at least for 2025, is clear. Kishane Thompson has the fastest time, the national title, and a ticket to the World Championships. He's proven he can deliver under pressure, and his technique looks built for global dominance. Bryan Levell is not far behind. He has raw potential, a historic time, and a redemption story fans love. But in elite sprinting, performance at trials is everything. That doesn't mean the rivalry is over. In fact, it might just be beginning. If Levell can bounce back and match his overseas times when it matters most, this debate could rage on for years. But for now, the crown belongs to Kishane Thompson, and all eyes are on Tokyo to see if he can turn Jamaican dominance into global gold.